Dun dun.
Da-dum.
I'm back.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah,
I'll ignore that ever happened.
What?
What you said.
What?
Nothing. Just continue. Continuing.
Yeah, shenanigans are about to start. So I'm back in the States. We're back at it. New V time, episode 21's here. Mostly just updates. Go through some stuff that we missed since the last time. Not too much. Talk a little bit. And then future plans, and that should be it. Hopefully not an hour-long episode.
Hopefully.
But anyway. Yes, we're back. We got a new camera. We got new lighting. Mike's right here.
Oh God. I didn't even hear it, and I'm afraid to hear that.
Hey, evil. But all new setup, all new plans, and we'll go to the plans today. But covering almost right away, let's just cover all the cards that got out, like the VRs that came out from the Shadow set, some new stuff that's getting leaked now. Talk a little bit about that and move forward.
I mean, I'm sure if you haven't already heard of what happened, we're just going to cover it briefly because most people already know about the cards. We're just going to give our pretty much opinions of it.
Yeah. How's it called? Give our 2 cents?
Oh my God, please stop.
Baby, I'm back. Anyway, all the VRs got leaked, so we're going to cover the VRs and some corresponding cards that work well with the VRs. So starting us off, we're going to be covering Samurai Chieftain. I think it's Chieftain. Basically Hyuga. It's Merc, come on, names are hard, alright? I'm back.
English is hard.
Very much so. Anyway, Hyuga introduces a new way of playing Murakumo when you compare it, to the Zanbaku control. But he has 2 effects, and both of them are act abilities. First one is Act. Vanguard once per turn costs Counterblast 1. Search your deck for up to 1 card with the same grade as one of your opponent's units. Call it to rearguard. Shuffle your deck, and until the end of turn, change the card names of all of your and your opponent's units to this unit's card name. So all cards on board after you call a card will be named Hyuga. Why is this good? Well, other cards on the deck make it better. Continuing with his second ability, this is why it targets also your opponent's units. It's Act. Vanguard cost Soul Blast to grade 3. Return all of your opponent's rear guards with the same card name as your or your opponent's other unit to the deck and shuffle it. Oh, it shuffles it. I've been misplaying this in proxies. Either way, this is actually really, really good now that...
Yeah, he has less potential triggers.
Yeah. Like, I've been playing a lot of White Swords lately, and in White Swords you have the things that nullify card climaxes. And if you shuffle normal cards back in the deck, the chances of hitting a climax are very, very lower. So in that respect, with this card, the chances of hitting a trigger are very, very lower.
Much lower.
Yeah, much lower, whatever. So Hyuga is very interesting in that respect. A card that really works well with him that got leaked is Covert Stealth Dragon Hayaki Vogue. Hayaki's back, and he also a grade 3 marker and all that.
If any of you guys are vintage Vanguard players like I am, you're happy to finally see we got the non-reverse of this card finally.
He's back. Like me, I'm back.
He was never in the first place. This is the first printing of this. There was only the reverse. There was never the normal until this point in time.
Well, now you have it and be happy.
I love how, for the longest time, people are like, when are we ever going to get the normal version of this card? Because it just skipped the normal version. Here's the reverse, by the way.
Anyway, the reason he works really well with Hyuga is because he has only one ability that's Act. Vanguard Rearguard costs Counterblast 1, discard a card, search your deck for, and it says Covert Stealth Dragon Hayaki Vogue. Call it to rearguard, shuffle your deck. If you have 5 or more units until the end of turn, your units with the same name as this unit gain 10,000 power. So if you use them on his own, basically this Hayaki and the Hayaki and any other Hayaki on board will gain plus 10,000 power. This is where a neat card that I've been running in Metamorphox comes into play and actually helps with the deck out and more power. The reason he combos with Hyuga really well is because when Hyuga changes his card name to Hyuga, and then you use his act ability, granted when you call the Haki from deck, he's not going to get 10,000 power, but all your other units on board, including your Vanguard, will gain plus 10,000 power. Now this is just making a big board.
And smacking that face in.
And since your opponent is at grade 3, more than likely, you use Hyuga's skill to call out a Haki if you don't have him in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has the same card name, use Haki. So basically 2 counterblasts, big board numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good. Any thoughts? Or I said everything.
Are you still running front triggers?
Front triggers? Who needs front triggers with columns up to 40?
More power. That's
Anyway, continuing on, we're going to jump to the next VR, and that is Shadow Paladin VR.
Yeah.
The big boy himself that everybody knows about and everybody's been blowing up the market.
You just need to import like one of the minions or the grunts going, yay, from Halo. Like right there.
So, real quick, actually both VRs for Shadows got leaked next to each other. So, first VR, Illusionary Revenger Mordred Phantom. Big boy is here, and oh my god, what have they done? So I'm gonna read the effect and you're gonna talk about it, alright?
Mm-hmm.
So he has 2 effects. Auto Vanguard, when your Blaster Dark is placed on rearguard, you get an imaginary gift Force. His second ability is Auto Vanguard, when it attacks, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, cost Counterblast 1, stand all of your Blaster Dark, and they get power 10,000 until the end of turn.
The most non-shadow effect I've ever seen in Shadow Paladin. You could literally replace the text Blaster Dark with Blaster Blade, and I would have hands down believed it was the Blue Royal Paladin unit. That's how non-shadow this Shadow Paladin card is. It's good. It's just, man, it doesn't scream Shadow Paladin though. Spamming force markers is a thing. If you want to be aggressive, just go force 2 and have all force markers to get crits across your board while they're at grade 2. If that's your preference, more likely people are going to go, here's a bunch of power here, power here, power here. And by the way, I'm just going to restand these cards with power here, power here, power here. Luckily, it is a grade 3 restricted for the restand, so of course you're not going to get rushed down at grade 2 like that. But
can you imagine 5 attacks at grade 2?
Yeah, I think they knew what they were doing with that. But the force marker thing's interesting because now you can just call that new grade 1 over your Blaster Dark and call it back and get another force marker.
Oh yeah, the grade 1 that got leaked, the grade 1 Masquerade, I think.
Yeah.
Act ability, Counterblast 1, put the soul, get a Blaster Dark from your drop zone, put it on the rear guard, it gains plus 5,000 power. So essentially, if Mordred's active, you're getting plus 15 to that Blaster Dark.
So say the turn you ride Mordred, if you're at your grade 3 turn, you can call down Blaster Blade, get your force
Dark.
or Blaster Dark, yeah, Blaster Blade. But anyways, you ride Mordred, get your marker. You call Blaster Dark, get your marker. Call the Mordred or not Mordred, but
call the Masquerade at the top of the Blaster
Dark. Kill it. Use the skill. Bring back the Blaster Dark, and get another marker. And there you go. There's your 3 markers in one turn. With just 1 Blaster Blade.
2 cards, 1 Counterblast.
I keep calling it Blaster Blade for the rest of this video.
This man.
Because that is not Shadow Paladin unit. That is
anyway,
unit.
The other VR for the Shadow's Guard is Multi Revenger Masquerade, a grade 2. This is our second ever non-grade 3 VR. The first one was Bermuda with a grade 1 VR. So this is our second ever non-grade 3 VR. And I'm liking where the direction is going with that. But the reason Masquerade is a VR and why he's good, and especially with Blaster Dark and Mordred, is because he has 2 skills. First skill is Auto Vanguard Rearguard. When placed, look at 7 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal up to 1 Illusionary Revenger Mordred Phantom or Blaster Dark from among them and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. If you put a card into your hand, retire one of your rearguards. His other ability is Continuous Vanguard Rearguard. During the battle it attacked the Vanguard. This unit gains plus 13,000. 3k power, making it a 13k attacker non-stop.
This feels like a Shadow Paladin unit. It kills things. It kills your own dude.
Oh yeah. So the best part about it, if you ride it and you have a blank board and you hit, you don't have to retire anything.
Or you can retire himself if you have to call it rear guard.
True. Like if you have a Blaster Dark on board, and you call this and find another Blaster Dark, you retire itself and call Blaster Dark on there, and hey, look, you get a marker.
Yep.
It's a really good card. 4 of each if you want to build that deck. So that's fun. Moving on! That was a Shadow Paladin VR, which means that we only have one VR left.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let him talk about it once I read the effect.
Yeah, because this is the one I'm more excited for.
Oh, yeah. And there's also a little bit of a ruling here.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after we get done talking.
So, Dark Irregular VR, last VR of this set, named, and it's not Namon, Intensive Demonic Illusions Emperor Bullpass. However you want to pronounce that.
Bullfuss.
There you go. Anyway, he has the Protect marker, 12k power, nothing special, VR, yeah. His abilities are something else though. Act Vanguard once per turn, counterblast 1, look at all of your deck, search for up to 3 cards with the same card name and reveal them. And if your soul has a card with the same card name as those cards, put a card from among the revealed cards into your hand and put the rest into your soul. Shuffle your deck. Auto Vanguard when it attacks. If your soul has 2 or more grade 3, choose one of your or your opponent's rear guards, retire it, and this card gets the power and critical of that unit until the end of battle. Added amount is included.
This is an amazing, great first ride and late game card. Like, this is the VR we've been needing for the deck. It's not broken. Damn, is it good. Like, it gives you selective soul charging, so you're deck thinning. It allows you to get cards to your hand that you soul charged by accident. So, say you really needed this card, but you really don't want to dig for it. Well, you can just counterblast and search that copy and soul charge the rest. You can have one to use. And then it's a great ride for No Life King because, well, not only does it have a crit, you can make it have even more crits. And by itself, if you get lucky enough to get the grade 3 and another grade 3 in soul, and you use a skill to put 2 more, another one in, and add one to your hand for the next ride or something, like say No Life King. Mm-hmm. You can just get the double crit and retire right off the bat.
Oh yeah, and the fact that it adds power that's included. For example, if you have the grade 2, what's it called?
Emblem Master?
Emblem Master. If you have Emblem Master, it's a base 14 depending on conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Retire it, 14k power extra.
It's even better is this also includes new markers too. So if your opponent puts a Force 2 marker down on a rear guard and you kill it, you get the crits from it too.
Yeah, or you get the power from... Oh no, Force 1 doesn't want.
Or Protect 2 you do get the power from.
Protect 2, yeah.
But it's, in my opinion, a great card. The only downside, in my opinion, which isn't even a downside, is more balancing the card, is the ruling with it. And some people were going out there saying that the whole resolve as much as possible skill. So, you can counterblast, but you don't have a copy, so you just add all 3 to soul. You do have to have a copy in soul to resolve the full skill.
Now that I read it out loud, like I was on the fence before, now that I read it out loud, really out loud, I can see why people are saying that, and I agree with them now. Because the way the effect goes is it says, look at your deck, search for up to 3 cards with the same card name, and reveal them.
And
then it says, and if your soul has, then it says to put them into your soul.
Yep.
So it never says prior to that, put them into your soul.
But let's be real, that's what balances this card, because otherwise the card would be really stupid.
Oh yeah,
Walkers.
you just put 3 copies of anything in your soul and say, well, I'm soul charging, I'm having 3 copies, will be important later.
Yeah, because I was about to say, there's a card that matters with that, and then if that wasn't there, that card would be way bonkers.
Yeah. So before, we're going to also cover 2 more cards that are next to him. Where Tiger Jaeger's back.
Yay!
And he's still doing some things. I prefer the old one, how it worked. Like it was so much more, but that was also in the Stride era. It was also Stride fodder on its own.
And we also had better counter charging.
Correct. But for all intents and purposes of standard, this thing is amazing. So where Tiger Jaeger has 2 abilities. Auto, when it is retired from Rearguard or Guardian Circle, cost Counterblast 1 and put this card into your soul. And then he has an auto soul ability when your opponent's Rearguard is retired by your card effect. Cost bind this card and draw a card. what I've been seeing this man doing in some proxy games, I'm just gonna use the VR, put two copies in deck, put a card in my hand, somehow get that card in my soul, retire one of your units, and draw 3 cards.
Oh no, you just have a copy in soul. You use the VR skill. Get the last 3 copies in your deck. You add that one to hand, and then you put the other 2, so there's 3. Then you find out a way to get the grade 3s in soul beforehand. Pop their dude, draw 3, and then get a crit and power. Plus all around.
But yeah, really good card. The other card that, if the VR was...
I will say one thing. In my opinion, I like this over the old one. Only for the fact that, yes, you do have to retire something, but this also doesn't have a cost other than binding it from soul. So you're not wasting counterblast resources.
True, but like you said, in the olden days we had better countercharge resources, and the other reason I like the old one is counterblast one, draw a card, and it stays in soul.
True. Although I will say the thing I like about Dark Regulars now they're doing, I've noticed is they've been getting a lot of units that trigger in soul. Like Were Tiger works in soul, Creeper works in soul, the other grade 2 that was leaked with Yellow Bolt.
I'm surprised Dark Regulars never actually made that a gimmick. Like, as long as you make soul effects that don't make the units call themselves out, so you're not Pale Moon, that should have been their whole gimmick. Like, this card in soul does something stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that down the road. Maybe when we get like a Shahar retrain or something down the road, maybe we can just see like this deck just toolbox does things out of its soul besides calling.
Correct.
Like, I give power to this by doing this from my soul. I do this from my soul. This from my soul.
Yeah, I can see that. Anyway, the card that would be broken if the VR's effect was the way it was broken as well. Valiant's Hard Leg. Whatever. Auto rearguard. When placed, if your soul has 3 or more cards with different card names and they have 3 or more cards with the same card name, until the end of turn, when your opponent will call cards from his or her hand to guard your circle, he or she must call 3 or more at the same time. No! Just no!
Just no.
Like, they have to have 9 cards in soul. 9 specific cards in soul. And then if you want to guard everything, you got a card with 9 cards. 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Or if they're on No Life King, 4 attacks.
Yeah. Or if they're on Master of the Fifth Element.
Even more attacks.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't... Oh my god, you should make that deck.
They did No Life King Fifth Element deck.
No Life King 5th Element, Emblem Master with this thing.
I mean, you still got to get the 3 copies of...
Emblem Master.
Emblem Master's not going to do it by himself, though.
Creeper, bottom deck. Creeper on... Oh, there's ways.
There's ways.
So hard, but there's ways.
It's really hard without the new VR.
Anyway. That was all the cards from the set. The only other thing worth mentioning from the set is Murakumo got a sub-clan like Awkward Force did with the whole Blue Wing called Agents.
It got weasels.
You got Special Agent Weasels, yeah, basically. Like, they're a whole thing for themselves. They look fun as a budget deck. Other than that, everything else got leaked. Oh, one more thing.
One more thing!
Shadow Paladin finally... I'm not going to say Shadow Paladin. Bushi heard the cries of all the Vanguard Shadow Paladin players and finally gave them what they wanted. Not how they wanted, but at least they gave them what they wanted.
You know what the saddest part about this is? They're still not satisfied.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Danger Lunge Dragon came to be. And he has the effect that everybody wanted with Gustbuster. Auto Vanguard, when placed, cost Soul Blast 1 and return a grade 2 card from your drop zone to hand. Auto Vanguard Rear Guard, when it attacks, if you have 3 or more force markers, cost Soul Blast 1 grade 3 until the end of that battle. This unit gets power 10,000 and critical plus 1 and your opponent cannot call Sentinels from hand. Guard restrict, baby.
It's Waterfall on Rear Guard.
Waterfall on Rearguard with a restriction of 3 force markers, and if you want to be that greedy, put all 3 on him.
I mean, you got all these Blast Your Darks with Mordred.
Oh my god, that's so hard.
But yeah, you got it. And now they're crying that they didn't get Raging Form. There's no satisfying a Shadow player.
Nah. But this is good. This is an amazing finisher next to Mordred. Because if they don't die from multi-attack, they die from, guard restrict.
Yeah, and this has a premium input too, because it's Celeste Grade 3. So if you're somehow like spamming force markers inside of premium, well, now you have a way to finish the game in premium too.
Yep.
So Raging Tactics is next.
Raging Tactics is next.
Yes.
We talked about the whole set, yeah, like I said, I clicked something. Anyway, some spikes and some Mega Colony got leaked. And from the leaked cards, we haven't gotten any idea of what the spike Mega Colonies, if they're going to get a new mechanic or if they're going to stick with whatever they're doing already.
Mm-hmm.
So, first we're going to cover the Spike Brother one.
Which is a pretty decent card.
Yeah, really, really decent. It is Offensive Punter. His ability is Auto Rearguard. When it boosts, costs Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets power 2000 until the end of that battle. At the end of that battle, draw a card and put this unit on the bottom of your deck. Really good card. When you erode upon, you may call it this to Rearguard. So it's like a 4-runner grade 1.
Yeah. By the way, this is a rare.
Yeah. Really good rare. I've already put it in the deck as is, and it's already proving to be really, really useful and good.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking at what other card spikes are going to get, this is a promising start. But like I said, it's not alluding to any new mechanic or any new way of playing spikes. It looks like it's still going to be just power, power, power.
It's just start of the leaks. Probably Tuesday of next week, we'll probably see a bigger leak, and we'll get an idea of something from that.
Exactly.
Hopefully it's Tachi, because I actually want to see Tachi from the set.
Same thing goes for the Megacon unit. It is a grade 2 with 7k power, but the reason it has 7k power is actually justified. Because it's Red Light Mutant Flotrat, whatever. Act Rearguard. Once per turn, costs Counterblast 1, choose 2 of your opponent's rearguards, rest them, and this unit gets their power until the end of turn. Now, you don't have to rest them to gain the power. You can only choose 2 units and they rearguard. You can choose 2 rearguards and just gain their power. You don't have to rest them to gain the power. Again, it's not showing anything about Mega Colony playing any differently. It's still resting stuff. But I can see this with combining with Hercules that's out now. Like if your opponent didn't want Hercules to get bigger by putting a card in his soul and then counting the rest of the cards and left something standing, you can use this Counterblast 1, rest those cards. This gains a lot of power. And then use Hercules' ability to put something to soul, and now Hercules gets power as well. So I can see it be useful like that. But the fun part about this card is it's a common. So we have no idea what Mega Colony is going to get.
We'll know here in a few weeks.
So yeah.
That was pretty much all.
Oh no, I don't want to play this video. Stop it. Alright, so that was most of the leaks. Next week, like Alex said, we're going to be getting a stream, probably seeing some better stuff, seeing maybe even what Tachi's do. I'm really hoping they do some more gauging.
Yeah, it's pretty sure. I'm almost 90% sure it's gauge. But it'd be weird if they just took away from what they already tried to build up with that.
Especially with the premium collection Dogma also hitting gauges.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see where they take it, because it was already pretty, where it was at the moment, what they were doing with it. So I'm curious on how they're gonna go up from there.
Yeah, exactly. They already have some good cards for gauging. How are they gonna?
And they already have such a great a ride target besides what the other new VR is gonna do. Already just a good setup cards. Here, I'm gonna gauge everything, and then if those things interact with gauge with the new stuff, it's already gonna be amazing just with that alone. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what they do with that.
Pretty much.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing what they're doing with that.
But yeah, that's it for leaks. The only thing else we're going to be talking about is the future of the channel. As I said, and as you probably noticed, we got a new camera, we got a new lighting.
And probably going to get some more better equipment down the road, better microphones.
Replace this mic over here.
Well, this mic's good for other options, but for things like this,
yes,
we need probably some lavaliers.
Yeah, because if you notice in the video, you can hear him really nice and you can barely hear me.
Well, you can still hear him, but it's probably not as crisp as my voice is right now.
But yeah, that's coming in the future. So we're going to be doing more V-times like always. We're going to be doing deck profiles of some stuff that came in. I'm going to do it in the side deck profile. If I can get, depending on paychecks, I might just do a quick Bermuda deck profile.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, we'll see what new decks we have and do those once Grand Blue comes in for him.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be ordering Grand Blue very soon, so expect that very shortly. Definitely going to be seeing updated golds and updated Narukami.
Yep.
Maybe OTT, I don't know, depending on some of our group members.
I can hopefully convince Jeff to talk about Nubatama.
Maybe. Maybe Hector with the Royals, maybe.
Probably not.
Probably not.
But yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
We are introducing a new type of video into the channel, just because we want to do more videos more often, and it's something we do on our free time on a regular basis, and that will be proxy videos.
Yep. And like you said, we already did these already outside of the channel, just so we can get an idea of how things interact. But now we're going to show you because, well, we always like having new stuff on the channel, and you know, it's not always nice to have new things for you to see.
Exactly. So that can be it. Depending on how the cards and what cards get leaked is how many videos are we going to do. For example, like I said, the Spike Brother card, it already, in addition to the deck, is really proving itself, so who knows what's going to happen down the road. As well as, like, we can show you some proxy videos. I can probably print a whole proxy deck of shadows for fun. But stuff like that. Like, Murakumo, Dark Regular.
Definitely some Dark Regular.
Exactly. And then as Tachi's and the Spikes are coming down, I can probably even get Lon, and he can do some proxy videos with us. Or Megacon.
Yeah, definitely get Lon in there with bugs, because he loves him some bugs.
Oh, yeah. And because of their proxy videos, they're not going to be perfect. Like, misplays are bound to happen.
Exactly. And you're probably going to see us figure out combos in the middle of us playing because, you know, like I said, they're so new. But that's great because you get to learn with us. And maybe you'll see some cards that interact well that people didn't know about, and maybe you can grab them before they go up in price.
If you have any idea of cards that you think will be better, you can always let us know and we can add to it.
Yeah, we can test it out and see how it does.
Exactly. So, yeah. I think that's it. We've got nothing else to cover.
Oh, and if you guys, because, you know, where we're picking up so much, we may have options for other builds of clans. If you have a suggestion for another build that you'd like to see us play, and we have the resources for it to make it, let us know. We can try it out. We can make a video for it.
Pretty much. All right. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Well, look forward to more proxy videos, V-times, and all that. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video if you want. Watch us be more goofy in ourselves. And as always, I've been Philip.
This is Alex.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Woo!
We're back, baby.
Yeah, man, we're back.